Damascus, easy. Come on, boy. Good horse.
Arm.
Leg. Skull.
No, much too thick. She'll dent a rock before she dents her head.
No. You won't get rid of me that easily.
No, I still say an arm.
Whoa, Damascus, whoa. Whoa.
A penny says a leg.
A penny?
Good horse.
Stand back, little brother. Make way for King Midas.
2 pennies. Or will that reduce you to pauperdom?
Just don't come crying to me when I take your money.
Easy, Damascus, steady.
3 pennies says a skull. Of course, I'd have to borrow the money, but then after I went, what does it matter?
What are you magpies jabbering about?
We're betting on which bone you break first. Break your leg and I'll give you half.
I'll give you half for an arm.
And I'll give you 2/3 for your skull. If you live.
There hasn't been a horse born yet that I couldn't. Break. Come back here, you cowards! I'll break every bone in those thick skulls of yours!
What do you know of my sister?
Nothing, my lord, I assure you.
My mother?
My lord! Didn't even realize you had a mother. Well, of course you had a mother, but...
What knowledge do you have of my father?
None.
His father?
Yeah.
His brothers? The friends? Any neighbors? Anything about anything, Friar?
As God's my witness, I don't know anything, Sir Thomas.
My point exactly.
Of course.
How would anyone know? What little I know came from word of mouth, handed down from stories, distorted, exaggerated, mangled. Any hope of an accurate picture lost forever. Can you imagine what life must have been like 100 years ago? How different and very primitive it must have been. And yet, we'll never really know, will we? Can you see what I'm getting at, Friar?
I'm starting to get a certain sense of something.
I have the most wonderful idea, Friar. I want you to chronicle life at Covington Cross. I want you to give our future children the gift of knowing us, how we live, what we think.
I see. What would that entail exactly?
I want you to talk to the children, the servants. Take quill and paper, get under their skin, record their lives and feelings as they really are.
Worthwhile and interesting enterprise. I'll begin right away.
Begin now. Ask me anything.
I'm not sure where I would begin, really.
Ask something you've always wanted to know of. Say, your father.
His name?
Yes. Well, you need to formulate your questions. That's understandable. I'm busy. I have to talk to my children, and then I'm expecting Lady Elizabeth.
What exactly is she coming over for, my lord?
That, Friar, is frankly none of your business. glorious morning, Randolph.
Yes, it is, Sir Thomas. God grant us it last all day.
Oh, it will, Randolph, it will.
You miserable chickens, I'm going to tear you to pieces!
Children, I wish I had a dozen more just like them.
You can't run forever!
Then again, maybe not. Armus?
Sorry, Father. Sorry, Father.
Sorry, Father.
Sorry, Father.
The Duke of Warringer is arriving this noon to discuss his lumber needs for building the king's ships. He has hinted, rather broadly, that this year I have a competitor for the contract.
He probably just wants to drive down the price.
Armus, I want you to ride to Sir Oliver Brooke and deliver this partnership agreement into his possession. When he's signed it, you're to bring it back to me at once.
Yes, Father.
We have our own forests. Why do we need Sir Oliver Brooks?
The Duke is building more ships than usual, and we don't have enough trees.
You're proposing that you and Sir Oliver join forces and share the profits?
That's right.
As neither of you alone has enough timber.
And they say he's not a scholar.
Boys. Sir Oliver is a bit old-fashioned, and his hospitality may demand that you spend the night. But if you do, you must return here by no later than tomorrow afternoon. I've written you a letter of introduction. The rest of you go to the village and purchase all the foodstuffs we need in order to entertain the Duke properly. Any questions?
Yes. Why can't I ride to Sir Oliver's instead of Armus?
Because I asked Armus.
You always asked Armus. Oh, Richard, I'm never allowed to do anything of importance in this family.
Cedric.
It's because you don't trust me.
I never said that.
You didn't have to. I can do this, Father. Let me prove to you that I can be relied on.
All right. I'll write you a new letter of introduction. I'm counting on you, Cedric. No distractions. Straight there and straight home.
Like an arrow, Father.
Good. Now, all of you, about your business. Lady Elizabeth will be here soon, and I have something important to discuss with her.
So I get the carrots and the beans, and you get the turnips.
You get the turnips, I'll get the carrots and beans.
Why do I have to get the turnips?
What do you think you're doing?
Taking a horse for my journey to Sir Oliver's.
This is my horse.
You didn't buy him. And since I've the vastly more important errand, I think it's only fitting that I ride the vastly more superior horse. Whoa, easy, Damascus. Come on, whoa. Easy, attaboy. Come on, this way. No.
I guess he's just waiting for a vastly more superior rider.
I didn't hear you.
You were completely lost in your thoughts. Of me, I've no doubt. I didn't see the children.
Not here, I'm afraid.
Oh, I was looking forward to seeing them. What was it that was so urgent, Thomas? Tell me, please.
Good horse, Damascus, good horse. I promise you, if you don't throw me, I'll give you some more sugar. Damascus, good horse. Good horse.
Day, my lord. That's a fine stallion you're riding.
Oh, I trained him myself.
With such a long, noble head. Is he a good ride?
The fastest in all England.
Ooh, pity. I prefer a long, slow ride. Too fast a steed, and the pleasure of the journey's over before one's even begun.
I am the slowest of the slow when the time arises.
Still, no doubt these are short trips of which you speak.
It looks pretty short to me. On the contrary, with the proper incentive, I've been known to ride all night.
Then won't you tarry for a drink, my lord? A man's got to keep up his strength for such a long riding.
I'm afraid I can't. It's important business I'm on.
Not even 1 pint.
Sorry.
Suit yourself.
Well, perhaps only one.
So he picked up his skate and ran into the cave. And all for May's sweet virtue. More beer for everyone!
Now that's what I call an incentive.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jealousy is such a wonderful thing.
Why now, Thomas?
Because it was time.
Oh, can we stay here forever?
I tell the servants they were not to be disturbed for the next 100 years and to send the Duke away when he arrives.
Ah, yes. The lumber contract.
Of such earth-shattering things are men's lives made.
And women's.
Women are made for finer things. Children, home.
Yes, of course, we women know nothing about business. Never having been to market to haggle over the cost of food for a man's supper.
I'm talking about enough lumber to build 100 ships.
Is there a difference? Am I to assume that with lumber and ships, you try to sell your wood for less than it cost you to buy it?
Of course not.
Then the principles are exactly the same.
Yes, all right, but things become a bit more complicated when there's more than one seller.
That never happens in the marketplace.
But this seller may be a phantom, a ruse by the Duke to lower my price.
And if he's not?
Then I must plan accordingly.
A lumber crusade.
A campaign I don't intend to lose.
Have you a strategy?
I shall outflank him with a lower price, but first I will sally forth with a small question or two to see if he really does exist.
Oh, he does.
How do you know? Do you have a spy?
I don't need a spy. I am he.
What?
Oh, Thomas. I was going to tell you, but when I arrived, you were so preoccupied, and then things changed rather swiftly.
You know nothing about ships.
I know that they need lumber.
But it's my business.
It's the Duke's business as well.
You will withdraw at once.
I shall do nothing of the sort.
I need that contract.
So do I.
And now you're here spying on me. I can't believe it.
I wasn't spying on you. Any secrets you might have had, a child of 6 would have known.
I'm not a child.
But you're certainly screaming like one. We're back.
Helen. Oh. Ow. Oh, no.
Where are my clothes? And the contract and the letter of introduction? Oh, no. I've got to find some help. Hey, over here! I need help over here! Hey! Over here! Over here, help! Hey!
There's the deserter! Get him!
No.
Get him! Come on! Let him get away! Come on, stop! Harder! Faster, you cows! He's a deserter!
Good day, my lords. I'll have your purses, please.
All I've got is a chicken.
Well, put it in! Come on! Fill it up at the back there, go on! Come on, fill it up! What you looking at, eh? What you looking at, eh?
Cheeky rooster, my lord. Preying on those less fortunate than yourself.
Better to turn over your silver than your innards, my fat little friend. Now tie it up and toss it here. Come on! You mind your manners or you'll have another mouth below your chins.
What's it read? It says the name of our Cherie gamecock is Cedric Grey.
Halt! Halt in the king's name! Come on, men! Keep at it! We've almost got him now! Come! After it! Come on, you slugs!
My lord,
Oh, what is it now, Friar?
I meant no imposition, but you... Never mind.
Oh, yes, the contract. No, the chronicle. Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. Please, what can I do for you, Friar?
Well, I spent a most fascinating morning in the kitchen recording exactly what is consumed by the household for a typical breakfast. For example, my Lady Eleanor prefers a single egg with 1 1/2 slices of buttered bread.
Yes.
While my Lord Armus enjoys 6 eggs, half a roast chicken, a sausage, 3 bowls of porridge, an apple, preferably not bruised, some fish, a loaf...
Well, you're certainly being very thorough, Friar. Please, sit.
Oh, thank you, Sir Thomas. Back at the monastery, we used to say thoroughness is next to... Oh, it was next to a very important thing. Anyway, it was very high on our list of virtues.
No doubt. And what else has your thoroughness discovered?
That your sister's name is Matilda, that your father's named Roger.
And?
That's it. Until I conduct further interviews, of course.
Oh, of course.
However, I can tell you that the cook's favourite colour is red, as in beef, and that my Lord Richard has 3 linen shirts, 1 patched, 7 pairs of gloves, 2 with embroidering, and the rest dyed, 4 wool cloaks, and several swords, 1 with a broken tip.
Yes, he broke it in a tournament last month at Tottenham.
Is that 2 T's or 3?
2. No, 3. No. Oh, it's whatever you prefer, Friar. I don't believe I've ever seen it spelt the same way twice. Perhaps this chronicle will make yours the definitive version.
Do you think so, my lord?
No one can predict the future, but things do have to start somewhere. You've done an excellent job. However, I was hoping for something with a little more depth, less attention to what we have and more to what we are, what we do. Am I making myself clear?
I'm beginning to see, my lord.
Good. What I want is not so much the colour of our clothes, but more the colour of our souls. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get ready for the Duke.
By your leave, my lord.
Eleanor!
I'm coming!
Eleanor! Eleanor, are you ready yet? Eleanor! The Duke was sighted 15 minutes ago. He'll be here any second.
I would have been ready an hour ago if I didn't have to wear this.
You look wonderful in it.
Oh, Father, if you're going to lie to me, at least do it convincingly.
I'll try to remember that. You remember you are the lady of this castle.
And what about Lady Elizabeth?
Convincingly, Eleanor. Convincingly.
Would you call it a lover's spat, or was it something a little more permanent?
What do you think of this? Not too much, is it?
A lover's spat.
Not that it's any of your business, Eleanor, but Lady Elizabeth and I have decided that it would be best not to see each other for a while.
Thomas Gray.
Hello, Thomas.
is.
Elizabeth. My Lord Duke.
Look who I bumped into on the road here.
By purest accident, of course.
Of course. When I found out she was free, I invited her to dinner. Imagine that. The most beautiful woman in all England about to dine alone.
Imagine it.
But you remember Eleanor, my lord?
How much better you look in silk, my dear, than you do in leather. And this skinny lump of dough is my son, Lord Uther.
Pleasure, my lord.
Well, answer her, boy. She's a beautiful young lady.
I hope the pleasure will be all mine after dinner, Lady Eleanor.
I think perhaps I ought to throw this one back and see if I can catch something better. What do you say, Thomas?
Well, shall we have a spot of lunch?
Yes, let's.
Mansfield? Of course not. Cedric Grey of Covington Cross.
Cedric? He's the one that robbed our wagon. Seize him! Come on! Seize him! You won't get away for a second time! Sit up straight, Uther. You're slouching again. You were saying, Thomas?
I was just remarking what a long and successful relationship we've had. Ships that he built with my lumber 20 years ago are still under sail today.
No one grows finer trees than you, Thomas.
And beetles.
Oh, I thought you'd already told him.
Well, worms or beetles, what do I know? I'm just a woman with no head for business. But they do seem voracious. Boring those little tunnels wherever they go.
A minor infestation.
No doubt they were completely destroyed by the fires.
Fire?
Or was it the root rot?
Well, fortunately, the forests on my land have been saved from such problems.
Will you excuse us for a moment?
Of course.
And several other trees, almost too small to mention. And then on my 11th birthday, I was made Earl of Blackstock, which means now I'm only 9 heartbeats away from the throne.
It's fascinating.
Oh, wait. A mouth as beautiful as yours should not be soiled by something as common as iron. Please, allow me.
This has gone far too far. I was wrong in what I said. It was not something born out of rational thought. It was spoken out of male arrogance and certainly unfair to you. I'm truly sorry.
As am I.
Then, Elizabeth, please, I beg of you, forget all this nonsense about the lumber contract.
Absolutely not.
You bit me!
For God's sake, Uther, stop whining.
Lucky Cedric. At least we can be assured someone in the family's having a good time.
teach you to steal a man's chicken.
I knew there was something shifty about you. You're not a deserter. You're a thief.
Listen, if you just give me a moment, I'm sure we can clear this up. I never robbed any wagon.
And I never ate a dessert. I say hang him. Hang the thief now.
Yeah, hang him! I don't tell you I didn't do anything. I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
Covington Cross will be back in a moment.
Has to offer, plus emeralds beyond counting to match the glory of your eyes. You can have them all.
Do I hear a mouse squeaking?
I know your game. All women must have a certain amount of pursuit before they let themselves get caught.
Or is it a rat?
Such hair, such skin, and those hips, cradle to our future generations, so firm and wide.
Out! Get out! I don't care if your father is the Duke.
Eleanor! If you don't stop when I'm Duke, I'll have this castle torn to the ground!
Uther, are you all right? Should I get your father?
No, he can't see me like this. There's nothing anyone can do. I've seen more physicians than there are stars. They all say the same thing. I have a weak heart.
Oh, no.
I know I can be a pest. But with this ailment, I can't do much. So I do things to get attention.
I'll pay attention to you, Uther.
You will. Excellent. You pig!
Tomorrow, my lord, you must come to dine at my castle and sample the wares of my kitchen.
Splendid. Who would have thought that lumber could put so much weight on a man?
Oh, it won't just be food. I have a present for you.
A present? Large or small?
Which would you have?
I'd have it medium-sized and wrapped in velvet.
Yes, well, it's getting late. And if we've all got to ride to Lady Elizabeth's in the morning?
Oh, nonsense, Thomas. The night hasn't come yet. And besides, the Duke hasn't told us of the news from court. I'm particularly interested in the fashions. We get so little news here. It's refreshing to speak with a man who moves in current circles.
He looks like a man about to get a tooth pulled.
Judging by Uther, I imagine a meal with Warren is about the same, only worse.
I wonder if one has to take lessons to become that obnoxious, or if it's just inherited.
Probably inherited.
I don't see what Father's so worried about. As soon as Cedric comes back, the Duke is bound to give us the contract.
Assuming Cedric is coming back, which seems unlikely without his horse.
I'll saddle the horses.
I'll get the swords.
I'm telling you, I'm innocent.
And I'm King Henry.
Henry's been dead for years.
Oh?
Holy Father, I just want to tell you that I've learned my lesson. And that if I ever get out of this, I swear I will never disobey Father's instructions again. In your name, amen.
Hey! Stop him! He's the one who stole my clothes and my horse, and he's doing it again! Stop him! Stop him! He's getting away!
And a good day to you, my thieving magpie. dancing round the maypole this afternoon. So be sure to say hello to King Harry for me.
Listen to me!
Take it nice and tight.
Mary, please escort the Duke to his chamber.
It's beyond my comprehension that you would stoop so low as to lure the Duke here like that. The soft voice, the promise of seduction. I've got a present for you, Your Grace. My God, it was embarrassing.
I do what I have to do. Not unlike yourself.
Oh, really? And how do you plan to deliver these promises?
I don't. Nor does he expect me to. Sometimes all a man wants is his vanity stroked.
It was stroked, all right. It was damn near bludgeoned.
Surely you're more secure than this. You know where my heart lies.
Next to your pocketbook, apparently.
My heart belongs to you.
I feel that you're playing me, Elizabeth, and I don't like it.
Thomas, I'm not playing you. What's the matter? Can't you accept a little friendly competition? Men compete all the time. Their relationships don't suffer. If anything, it bonds them. So why can't it be so with us?
Because it can't. My God. Put yourself in my boots and for a moment and look at it from my perspective. I hope that yesterday marked the beginning of a new and wonderful chapter in my life.
My hopes are identical.
That's why I find it so incredible that this is happening. You hurt me, Elizabeth.
Oh, I'm sorry, Thomas. I truly am. But, well, you have to admit that you did take me off my guard. When I came to Covington Cross yesterday, it was as, well, something less than a lover. The timing was unfair.
That's an understatement.
I could never mean to hurt you, Thomas. You must believe me.
I do. What now?
Why don't we both withdraw our bid for the contract? It would be like a pledge. Well, is that so unacceptable?
I didn't say that.
No, I know. You didn't say anything, but you look as if you're about to faint.
I was just thinking about the family.
Oh. I see. So by me winning the contract, I would be threatening the very existence of the Greys.
Not that exactly.
Thomas, how can you twist things? I would no more take food from your children's mouths than I would from my own.
That's not the issue.
No, it's not the issue. I'll tell you what the issue is. You'd rather die a gruesome death than lose face in front of your peers. Be beaten by a woman? Oh, the great Sir Thomas could never conceive of that.
That's not fair.
Elizabeth, I'm still waiting for my present.
I hope it gives you pleasure, Your Grace.
Oh. It's magnificent.
It's but a small token of my appreciation for all the past kindnesses you've shown me.
And all the lumber you hope I'll buy.
I, too, have a small token of my appreciation.
Not even Excalibur can have been so splendid.
You didn't bring that with you.
I singed her head last night.
Why are we stopping? The girl at the village said she saw him heading to Sir Oliver's, which is that way.
I know. If we lost this horse, he'd head to the nearest village for another, which is that way.
Well, unless he's lying in a ditch somewhere with a dagger in his side.
If he is, then those responsible will rue the day they were ever born.
All right. We'll check out the village, and if he's not there, on to Sir Oliver's.
Right.
Come on.
Like me.
You're right. But just like you said, all women need a certain amount of pursuit before they let themselves get caught.
Really? I mean, of course.
I'm ready to be caught. Take me.
In the armory?
What better place for a man to prove his manliness? Here, let me help you.
No, stop.
You aren't afraid, are you?
Of course not.
I'm waiting, Your Grace. That's it.
Now it's your turn.
I've been waiting for this.
Eleanor, what are you doing? Hey, stop, Eleanor! Hey, you threw my clothes out the window!
And if I were you, I'd go get them before your father returns, unless you want to explain how you got the way you are.
Good day, Your Grace. You're looking splendid.
I hate you!
God is my witness, and by the throne of our sacred sovereign King Edward, I swear I did not rob them.
Come on, get on with it.
You know, when you look at him now, he doesn't look quite the same.
No, of course not. Now he's the one that's terrified.
Time for a little subtlety.
Right. What's the plan?
We ride in fast, make a lot of noise, grab Cedric and leave.
That's it?
Well, I haven't had much time, have I?
Well, no, but...
But what?
All right, then let's do it.
Right. Ah!
Yeah!
Come on, little brother!
To me!
Come on, Cedric, come on! Armus, let's go!
You handle the sword well, Captain. What do you say?
Thank you. Next time, I say we let them hang him. I swear it'll never happen again.
That's for certain. After this, you'll be lucky if Father sends you out for a glass of water.
Sir Oliver.
Don't tell me the contract's still in the town.
I never got it. It was stolen from me. That's why I'm in these clothes. Somebody hit me on the head and took everything. Someone rode up to you and you let them hit you on the head? Well, no, but I was at this inn.
Here it comes.
There was this girl. Yes, but... So, we have to find this girl and then we'll find...
Her accomplice,
yes,
hopefully.
Still has the contract.
Right. Where is she?
That way. Finally.
was only teasing.
Everybody teases me.
That's because, well, you're sort of obnoxious to everybody.
It's because nobody loves me.
Your father loves you.
He's always yelling at me.
Everybody gets yelled at, Uther.
No matter what I do, it's never right, even when I try to be like him.
Well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe he wants you to be more yourself. Now that you're growing up, maybe he wants you to stand up to him.
It's easy for you to say.
It happens to everybody. Me, Richard, Cedric, Armus.
Yes, but you don't have to do it alone. It's not easy to stand up for yourself when you've got nobody else.
No, it's not. But one day you're going to have to try. If you can't respect yourself, nobody will. And you're going to spend the rest of your life feeling like this.
Talking of maidenly virtues.
I call it a trap. And the only favors you receive are a knock in the head and the theft of all your possessions.
Exciting, this, isn't it?
Here's your thief. He stole my clothes and my identity.
My purse.
First, my letter of introduction. And one last thing. I'd like my clothes back, please. Minus the lice, of course.
I never amount to anything.
He seems like a good boy, Your Grace. All of our children are a disappointment from time to time. Mine are no exception.
Well, Thomas, I must be on the way.
Cedric will be here any moment, I'm sure.
Uther! Oh, and Thomas, I'm afraid I have no choice but to award the contract to...
Cedric! Right on time. I trust you had a pleasant trip?
Completely uneventful.
I think this will remove any questions as to who should get the contract.
Listen, and so, owing to a previous bid for my forests from Lady Elizabeth Leyland, and at a better price than the one you offered, I regret to inform you that I have sold the rights to harvesting my forests to the said Lady Elizabeth.
It would seem that offers, not only swords, can be sent ahead in the night.
Lady Elizabeth, the contract is yours, and I look forward to doing business with you.
As I do with you, Your Grace.
Father! Here I am.
I thought you'd gone deaf or lame. It's taken you so long. What's the matter with you, boy? Have your feet turned to anchors? Let's go.
I am not deaf or lame, Father. And my feet are not anchors. I'm just sorry to leave the one place where I've been treated with kindness and respect. I can't believe that strangers treat me better than my own flesh and blood. If you can't treat me that way, then I'm never going to go, no matter how you threaten me.
Do you hear yourself, Uther?
I hear myself quite well. Do you?
Well, seems there might be some hope for the boy after all. Get on your horse, Uther. Please. Get on your horse. Son.
Friar, I have this feeling you'll be telling me something. Eventually.
Chronicle of Covington Cross.
You finished?
I did exactly as you instructed, my lord. Every detail of life here told. Nothing's been omitted. Nothing glossed over. Everything as it actually is under your roof, my lord. The children of your children and the children of their children will be blessed with the knowledge of knowing the truth of Covington Cross.
Well, you certainly have been thorough. Very good, Friar. Excellent.
If you wished, my lord, I could actually continue this further.
No, you've done quite enough. I will see that this is put in a place appropriate for a document of this weight.
Oh, thank you, my lord.
If it's any consolation, I don't think I'm a better man than you.
That certainly is encouraging. What exactly are you, then?
Just better. Thomas, don't you still recognize humor when you see it?
I do, when I see it.
There's not a man alive can outthink me, when I put my mind to it.
Then I'll just have to keep you distracted. Ow!
Serves you right.
What are we going to do about this?
Talk about it. Tomorrow.
That's the first intelligent thing you've said in a long while. Covington Cross will be back in a moment.
Oh.